Hello, e-learning designers in EDCI569 class. This is your professor, Dr. Yang. I have graded your e-learning proposal and your grades have been posted to your gradebook. So you should see your grade by now. I post your grades on last Friday. So by looking at everybody's proposal, and there's some summative comments that I would like to give to the entire class so that you'll pay attention to those and address those in your prototype and your final project. Okay, let's start with the project goal. Some of the submissions did indicate the project goal. And what I would like to mention is, yes, it is very important actually and worthwhile to add a project goal into your proposal and your final project because you want the audience to know what's the goal of your project. What do you want your students or learners or audience to achieve? And this goal needs to be overarching goal above your learning objectives. Okay? And the goal, let me give you an example. The goal of this training is to create an engaging online learning experience that is desired by less technical users of all ages. So this is a project goal of using iPhone to send a text message. Okay, and your project goal needs to be written from your user's perspective or from your audience, from your learner's perspective, not from your perspective, not what you want to achieve, not what you want to achieve through this project, but what do you want your learners or audience to achieve by the end of your e-learning module. That is your project goal, right from your audience perspective. Okay, and the based on this learning, based on the above project goal, the actual learning objectives are given the iPhone message screen. Learners will select the new message icon with 100% accuracy, or given a new message, learners will complete the to field using both a contact phone number with 100% accuracy. All right. And a second, don't repeat your learning objectives in your project goals. For example, upon completion of this module, the learners will be able to set up individual classes and add students, add and manage assignments, manage course documents and files, and post class announcements. So this is not your project goal. Your project goal should be more overarching, should be at a higher level. So this is your learning objectives. So you could probably say, upon completion of this module, the learners will be able to set up an online classroom by using whatever tool. Okay, so that be the project goal, and don't repeat the learning objectives in your goal. Okay, next, be concise in writing your learning objectives. Simplify your learning objectives. Use one verb per objective and try to limit to one sentence instead of have a 3 or 4 sentences in learning objectives, because the longer your learning objective is, the more cognitive load you're adding to your audience. Okay, all right. Second, sometimes you're using the hidden objectives. What does it mean is the two objectives actually refer to one activity. It doesn't matter if it's a do, absorb, or connect activity. But if there are two objectives actually referring to one activity, and one activity can imply another activity, use one verb. For example, the learners will reflect and analyze the motivation technique. It sounds like it makes sense. You have two objectives, right? But actually, what learners will do is reflect the motivation technique. Because be able to reflect the technique, they have to be able to analyze first. So same as the next example, students will be able to recognize and use semicolons with at least 80% accuracy. I think for the second example, use semicolon is suffice. Because when you're able to use semicolons, you'll be able to identify the improper use of the semicolons. Okay? And the next, my suggestion about the learning objectives is using proper measurable criteria in your learning objectives. For example, you use with 100% confidence. How would you measure confidence? Because this is not measurable. It's not like accuracy can be measurable. All right, last is your assessment plan. So make sure your assessment plan address and align with each of your learning objective. There is a good example here. They have a goal, project goal here, and the scaffolding activity, and the assessment type, and the assessment item, and how this objective will be assessed. So think about creating a table like that so that you will align with your objective. You can see a perfect alignment between your objective, your assessment. Okay, and that's all for today, and I look forward to a great class. Thank you. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at yang88@gmail.com or yang715@purdue.com. Thank you.